Good day, everyone. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. We are home at the Hollow, and things are so good. I've been working in the kitchen today. A super quick but incredibly delicious blueberry coffee cake. I'm trying to wait for this to cool off a little bit so we can have a taste, but this is quick, easy, tasty, and very complex flavors. I hope that you join me. Blueberry crumb coffee cake. Yay! I'm going to start my blueberry coffee cake, sour cream coffee cake with a crumble. I've got a cup of all-purpose flour, a half a cup of lightly packed brown sugar, and a half a cup of granulated sugar. I've got approximately a teaspoon of cinnamon with a pinch, an eighth of a teaspoon of salt. I've got half a cup of melted butter, unsalted, salted, whatever that you have. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just give this a goodly stir, and until it, kind of resembles like a crumb mixture. And then I'm going to put this in the fridge, definitely, and let this, really become a good, firm crumble. I have everything virtually ready here to start my blueberry sour cream cake. And I'm going to just cover this and put this in the fridge. I've got 6 tablespoons of butter, salted, unsalted, whatever that you have. And I'm going to just get this as soft and as light and fluffy as I can in my mixer. I've got some granulated sugar that I'm going to add, and I'm going to mix this very well until it is creamy and smooth. I've mixed that just about as much as I can, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2 eggs. If you feel better adding them one at a time, then that's awesome. I'm not too terribly worried about it today. And wait until that is mixed up. And I've got about 3/4 of a cup of sour cream. This is just regular, normal sour cream. And I'm going to just mix this well. And once this is mixed, I'm going to turn my attention to my blueberries. I'm going to add about, half a teaspoon of vanilla extract and about a half a teaspoon of almond or less. You don't want to overdo it with the almond extract. Just a little bit. And keep this going. So I've got roughly 2 cups of fresh blueberries. If you are using frozen blueberries, use only 1.5 cups. And go ahead, I have some lemon zest here. Yikes. I have some lemon zest here, and I'm going to just go ahead and put my lemon zest in here. This is from half a lemon. That's basically what I had in my fridge. Toss it with your lemon zest, your fresh lemon zest. And I'm going to add a tablespoon of cornstarch. And just give this a good toss. And if you're using frozen, go ahead and don't mix. If you're using frozen blueberries, don't mix them into the batter. Instead, make your batter, pour your batter out, and layer these on top, and then your crumble. And that's if you're using frozen, but thankfully I have fresh. And I'm going to just set this aside and turn my attention back to my batter. I've got my sour cream and egg mixture. I'm going to just go ahead and add my all-purpose flour. My leavening agents, which I absolutely forgot, but that's okay. Now this is going to make a thick batter. And you know, just let this come together just until it's moist. Now I've got it just, my flour just barely incorporated in here. And you certainly, if you have a stand mixer like this, you definitely want to take your spatula and, you know, because there's just this one little divot like right there that it just, you know, but just give it a little bit of a go. Scrape the sides and turn it back on. And it really looks very finely mixed up to me. I'm going to let it just go for another minute or two. I've got my springform pan ready. You do not have to use a springform pan. I just know that for this, I want it to look like one like big cake, so sort of, but of course without the layers, but I needed, you know, that, and so kind of that's what I'm, you know, shooting for instead of like a square 8x8 or, you know, a 9x13. This is what I'm doing. This is an 8-inch springform. So I have my batter here. I have my blueberries with the cornstarch and the lemon zest, and what I'm going to do is add, gosh, you know, roughly half of the blueberries and just give them a very gentle stir. You don't want to break these up, which is why if you're using frozen, no matter what you try to do, the frozen blueberries are definitely going to kind of alter what this coffee cake is going to look like. And let's see, let's get this absolutely, completely scraped. And also with the lemon peel that you had, I also reserved the juice from the lemon as well. And this looks pretty good. And the rest of these blueberries, I'm going to, you know, just kind of spread over the top. And you can definitely smell the almond. You can definitely smell the lemon. So, wow, that's really, really nice. And I'm going to go grab the crumble topping, and we'll be right back. I'm preheating my oven to 350 degrees. And I've got my crumb topping, and I'm just going to, you know, just lightly crumble this. And I'm going to bake this 350, you know, and it really depends on the pan that you use. If you use like a 9x13 and you've got frozen, you know, that you've just put across the top and then the crumble topping, you may be okay at 30-35 minutes. Something like this, I'm thinking I'm going to need to bake this at 40-45 minutes. But y'all know how to, you know, skewer and test for doneness. I don't mind with this, being that it has sour cream and a lot of goodies in here. I don't mind if there's a little bit of moisture coming out of the skewer when it comes up. I want it to stay moist. But 350, 40, 45 minutes. So I have about a half a cup of confectioner's sugar here. I've got, this is 1/3 of a cup measure, but I'm not quite there. This is the juice from half a lemon. And I'm gonna just see how this is gonna work, how this goes. I can always add just a little bit of vanilla if I need to. And you don't have to do this for your blueberry coffee cake. Certainly you don't have to, but it kind of, reinforces the lemon. I'm thinking that's looking pretty darn good. Let me get a spoon and kind of check the consistency of it. I think that looks perfect. So y'all, this took probably about 50 to 55 minutes, this 8-inch springform pan, but what I'm going to do, and it's still pretty darn warm, I'm going to let this cool off probably 30, 45 minutes, maybe even an hour, just as it sits here. And after my time is up, I'll come and we'll see how this is gonna look. Okay, it's still pretty warm. I really should be waiting. I can't help myself. Wow, it's really, really warm. See, that's one reason why, I should have more confidence and faith in my springform pan, but there's just a little bit there. Let's see what this is going to, yay, oh, how pretty. That's really, really very nice. And I'm definitely going to wait to put this glaze on here. I really, it really needs to cool off, but you can see just how pretty that is. Oh, I'm so pleased. Yeah, it's definitely a little chilly. A little hot. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with this. I probably should wait, but I just really don't want to. I'm gonna just put a little bit of a glaze over and dripping on it. Yes, oh, lemons and blueberries and zest, and oh gosh, yes. Oh, yes. And this, I think maybe a half a cup of confectioner sugar and a little bit of lemon. It really didn't make a lot, but oh my goodness, can you imagine if this soaks in? Yes, can you imagine? Let me see, I have my plate here, and let me go and grab something to push this with. And I'm back, and I want y'all to see there's quite a bit of moisture in here, but this is actually still cooling off. I had to put it back in the oven for probably another good 20 minutes or so, but yum. Oh my goodness, this goes kind of beyond coffee cake. If you want a small scoop of ice cream with it, but I can tell you an 8-inch springform pan is much too small if you need to use a springform 9-inch, definitely, because I had to really bake this quite a while, or a 9x13 would be absolutely perfect. But there you go. This is so moist and so tasty. I hope that y'all give this a try, and I want to thank y'all again for joining me here home at the Hollow. Goodbye, y'all.